Hello, welcome to the Monster Truck Times. It is week 5, and let's get right into it with Arena Series West with Blake Granger with 375 points in the lead, Armando Castro with 333 points in second, and Tim All Jr. in third with 296 points. So that's 42 points between first and second, and 79 points between first and third. So these points are starting to get more spread out, which is normal for this time of year. This is where the drivers up front are starting to run away with it, and the gap starts to widen. You'll see that with most of these series. Pretty good shows this weekend for Arena Series West. A lot of air because it was in Fargo, bigger arena. Couple wild moments. I don't really have any notes on it though, but that's really where we're at. Moving on to Arena Series East with John Zimmer Jr. in first place with 217 points. MJ Solario in second place with 194 points. And John Zimmer Sr. in third with 153 points. 23 points separating first and second, and 64 points separating first and third. So a bigger gap between third and second than there is between first and second. Big highlight of the weekend was, not exactly a highlight, but big news was Kristen Anderson missed out on Saturday night and Sunday shows due to illness. So that's really going to affect her in points, and she already was at mid-level, so she's probably going to drop a little bit. Other than that, we had a few shows from them. Pretty good shows, and we'll move on to Arena Series Central. Alright, now with Arena Series Central, Weston Anderson and Noah Bakken are in the lead with 335 points. Fernando Martinez and AJ Roseborough are in second place with 333 points. And Tony Oates and TJ Tiffany are in third with 303 points. Only 2 points separating first and second, and 32 points separating first from third. Now, you can see Weston's in the lead right now, but Fernando is not far behind him. And Tony Oates is also not very far behind, comparatively speaking. He could still make it up there if he has a couple good weekends. Big news for this series, Chucky Puckett won his first ever racing competition Saturday afternoon. Now moving on to Stadium Series West. Ryan Anderson in the lead with 231 points. Tyler Meninga in second with 225 points. And Barry Musauer in third with 191 points. Only 6 points separating first from second, and 40 points separating first from third. So a larger gap between second and third. But the points series at the top is a real fight right now between first and second, between Ryan and Tyler. In news for this series, Jamie Garner did a somersault, basically. That's what I'm calling it, in skills on Saturday. It was like a front roll. Caleb Blood and Barry Musauer didn't score in freestyle on Saturday. And Barry Musauer got his first racing win of the season on Sunday. And finally for this week, we have Stadium Series East with Camden Murphy in the lead with 145 points. Tristan England in second with 140 points. And Chris Kohler in third with 119 points. I am very shocked Chris Kohler is up in third, and I'm very happy for it because he's a good driver, and I did not expect him to get up to third this quickly. I thought he'd be like fifth, sixth, but third is really good, and I really hope we get a Chris Kohler World Finals this year. News to this event, Kevin Crocker gets first racing win in stadiums on Saturday. Just a highlight note, there was a lot of big air and freestyle on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Mike Pagliaro, Jamie Sullivan, and Joe Foley all received zeros in freestyle due to not completing enough time. Adam Anderson had an amazing Sunday freestyle run, and Tristan England had a really good save. So we got 5 points between first and second, and 26 points between first and third. So this is still a pretty tight matchup. Tristan Nealon could climb his way up. Even Chris Kohler could make his way up to the top if he has a really good time next couple weeks. I'm excited to see how this one points out. And finally, we have our news outside of Monster Jam with the rest of the sport. With one thing I don't think anyone expected to happen. Brandon Vincent returns to the sport driving Bad Company in Salisbury, Maryland. So that was really fun to see. Former World Finals racing champion come back to the sport after retirement. Don't know if it's going to be a one-off yet or if he's going to start driving anymore. But that was really fun to see. The Shaker monster truck has a new design, which some people like, some people don't like. I like it. I think it looks pretty good. We got a possible return of Brodozer from these pictures right here. This, I think, would be meaning that he'd be running Brodozer on a, not he, they, the Diesel brothers, will be running it on a independent series, which would be kind of fun. And finally, we have a new tailgater design with these beautiful holographic letters for the name of the truck. And that'll do it for news this week. And that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Quick update real quick. It took me a little bit to get out this video because I'm dealing with a little bit of depression, so I'm sorry if it took a little bit longer. Also, one big shout out, if you haven't done so already, go subscribe to Tomfoolery Motorsports channel on YouTube and go watch their videos because they're very good. They're a lot of great behind the scenes action in the sport, and it's really nice to watch. So go support them. Anyway, have a good day. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.